Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 4th Canto, Chapter 12, text number 7. No, 7 is over. 8. Maitreya Uvacha Sarajarajena Varaya Chodito Dhruva Mahabhagavato Mahamatihi Harau Savavre Chalitam Smritim Yaya Dharati Ayatnena Duratyayam Tamaha. Translation purport by Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. The great sage Maitreya continued, My dear Vidura, when thus asked to accept a benediction from Kuvera, Yaksha Raja, the king of the Yakshas, Dhruva Maharaj, that asked Dhruva Maharaj from that most elevated pure devotee, who was an intelligent and a thoughtful king, begged that he might have unflinching faith in the remembrance of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, for thus a person can cross over the ocean of nations very easily, although it's very difficult for others to cross. Purport. According to the opinion of expert followers of Vedic rites, there are different types of benediction in terms of religiosity, economic development, sense gratification, and liberation. These 4 principles are known as Chatur Vargas. For all the Chatur Vargas, the benediction of liberation is considered to be the highest in this material world. To be able to cross over material nations is known as the highest Purushartha or benediction for human being. But Dhruva Maharaj wanted a benediction which surpasses even highest Purushartha, liberation. He wanted the benediction that he might constantly remember the lotus feet of the Lord. This stage of life is called Panchama Purushartha. When a devotee comes to the platform of Panchama Purushartha, simply engaging in devotional service to the Lord, the 4th Purushartha, liberation, becomes very insignificant in his eyes. Srila Prabodhananda Saraswati has stated in this connection that for a devotee, liberation is a hellish condition of life. As for sense gratification, which is available in the heavenly planets, the devotee considers it to be a will o' the wisp, having no value in life. Yogis endeavor to control the senses, but for a devotee, controlling the senses is no difficulty at all. The senses are compared to the serpents, but for a devotee, the serpent's poisoned teeth are broken. Thus, Srila Prabodhananda Saraswati has analyzed all kinds of benedictions available in this world, and he has clearly declared that for a pure devotee, they are all of no significance. Dhruva Maharaj was also a Mahabhagavata, first-class pure devotee, and his intelligence was very great, Mahamatihi. Unless one is very intelligent, one cannot take to devotional service or Krishna consciousness. Naturally, anyone who is a first-class devotee must be first-class intelligent person, therefore not interested in any kind of benediction within this material world. Dhruva Maharaj was offered a benediction by the king of the kings, Kuvera, the treasurer of the demigods, whose only business is to supply immense riches to persons within this material world, as described as a king of kings, because unless one is blessed by Kuvera, one cannot become a king. The king of kings personally offered Dhruva Maharaj any amount of riches, but he declined to accept them. He is described therefore as Mahamatihi, very thoughtful or highly intellectual. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport. So, finally, Dhruva Maharaj sought benediction from Kuvera. Not a material benediction, but a benediction that is beyond the four Purusharthas. And that is Panchama Purushartha. He sought benediction of bhakti. He sought benediction of constant remembrance of the Lord. Lord's lotus feet, which can help him cross over the samsara, ocean of ignorance. And that was the benediction he sought from Kuvera. The living entity is roaming in this material world with freedom to desire what he wants according to different situations of his association. He chooses to desire different things. Even though the living entity is free to desire what he wants, yet what kind of desire he can desire itself is dependent upon the circumstances, the environment or the association in which he is surrounded. If we are in the association of materialists, asat sangha, then without our knowledge we will desire things that they desire. If we are associating with drunkards, we will become drunkards. Possibility. You can choose a desire to be a drunkard also. The living entity has got so much scope, he can desire from hellish life to, or he can, by his desire he can reach a destination, either the hellish planets or heavenly planets, or get liberated, or go into Vaikuntha, or go into Goloka Vrindavana. So much of potential is there for each one of us as a living entity. This one we have to understand. My potential is there. Potential is there does not necessarily mean you will ever reach. It is not that all living entities will get liberated gradually. It is a question of time. Simply they follow the Vedic path. They'll all get liberated. They will reach Vaikuntha. No. In the material world itself, you can be in the cycle of birth and death continuously. Unlimited living entities are there. That is the degree of independence the living entity has got. That is the degree of absoluteness of the living entity as part and parcel of the Supreme Absolute Krishna. So there is a kind of absoluteness in each one of the living entities. This we have to understand. Because of that absoluteness, he is a cause for whether he wants to go to, whether it is karma or whether it is wants to go to spiritual world or within the spiritual world to go to the Vaikuntha Loka or go to Goloka Vrindavana. It is his desire. So one should not think, this is in the material world itself, it's a chakra. No elevation is permanent elevation. You elevate yourself to Abrahma Bhuna Loko Punaravartano Arjuna. going on like, so it's not like a false idea that if you are following all the Vedic principles, you will progress. You will progress, and then again there is opportunity in the material world to do sinful activities, and by association of such sinful environment, again sinful desires will be contacted, and again one will fall down into lower species. In this way, through Papa and Punya in the material world, eternally there is a cycle. If the living entity wants, he need not go back to Godhead at all. However, the Lord has made his arrangement, just like how we have come in association with the pure devotee. Who arranges this? The Lord arranges. He comes down as Avatara, he himself as Nama Avatara, he is come down as the pure devotees like Srila Prabhupada. Whose business is to go among the living entities, fallen living entities, and give them a chance. On behalf of Krishna, if you want to come back to me, you can come back. That potential is taught to the human beings. And because of such pure devotees in the midst of human society, we would even know that one can desire to go to Krishna in the Goloka Vrindavana. Otherwise one doesn't even know. If you don't believe, then there is no question of desire. If you don't believe that Bombay exists, there is no point in having a desire to go to Bombay. So the spiritual master, the pure devotees, they come into this material world, the incarnations come into this material world in order to give us information, knowledge that you can go beyond Purusharthas, 4 Purusharthas. Come to the Panchama Purushartha. That Panchama Purushartha as perfection of getting out of this material world into the spiritual world in association of the Lord, in Vaikunta, one of the 5 muktis, or to go back to the spiritual world, to go back to not only Vaikunta, if you want, you can be one of the associates of Krishna. So each of these things are quite rare. It is not that everybody knows. Just like we know all these gradations. You tell somebody outsider, it doesn't make any sense to him. You can go up to liberation, then after that you can go to Vaikunta, you can go to Goloka Vrindavan. It's all mythology for him. He doesn't understand. He cannot understand. That understanding is not given to him. Understanding means understanding with faith that it is true. So it is true there is Vaikuntha Loka. It is true that each living entity has got a potential to choose his destination of his existence, either in the material world perpetually, or become liberated in Brahman, or go to Vaikuntha Loka, or go to Krishna Loka. We are very fortunate to have the full list where all you can go. But others do not know. Jnanis, they think to go to Brahman, to realize Brahman is the end of it. They cannot desire Vrindavan, they cannot desire Goloka Vrindavan, Vaikunta, because that knowledge is not given to them. So this knowledge is given to by the pure devotees. And here Dhruva Maharaj, he is beyond Purushartha, 4 Purusharthas. As a small child, yes, he desired something material. Then Krishna fulfilled all those desires. When he became an adult, he got a kingdom bigger than his father, everything. But he became, from his neophyte thinking of I want something material, there's a total transformation in Dhruva Maharaj in coming to the status of a Mahabhagavata. A Mahabhagavata, he sets his eye, his target, going back to the spiritual world. Not even mukti. It is not freedom from material miseries I want. I want positive, loving devotion service with my supreme, complete counter whole, whose part and parcel I am. That realization is that of the Mahabhagavata. So, Dhruva Maharaj moved up from one platform of devotion service as a child. As he grew up adult, he became a pure devotee, which is exemplified by his prayer to Kuvera, that give me constant remembrance of the Lord. So these facts, pastimes, they are all very confidential. That is why it doesn't go and impact everybody. People think that we earn knowledge. We don't earn knowledge. When we seek, knowledge is given. Transcendental knowledge is given. If it is given, you have knowledge. If it is not given, you don't have knowledge. Just like knowledge about Krishna, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave as the Adi Purusha, as the cause of all causes, Ekala Ishvara Krishna Rasabha Bhritya. This knowledge, even many others, those who are aspiring for Vaikuntha, those sampradayas also don't have this knowledge, that he is the Adi Purusha. With Krishna hints, when he says, Manushanam Sahasreshu, when thousands, when among Sahasreshu, Kaschid Yatati Siddhaye. Among those thousands, few achieve perfection. Then Yatatapapi Siddhanam, among those, some of them achieve perfection. Among those who achieve perfection, see, perfection. That's all. If you want to go to Vaikuntha also, it is also perfection. Then Kaschin, Mam Veti Tattvataha. One who knows me. Now Krishna is coming to Krishna, not to Narayana, as he is standing before. So it's a very confidential knowledge about Krishna with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Everybody else thinks that Krishna is incarnation of Narayana. Nothing wrong in it. It's all right. That much is given to them. Because it is the same personality. There is no offense. It's not like saying Shiva and Krishna is same. No. They are same tattva. There is no offense. But this rasa, this fact that Goloka Vrindavana is the highest planet in the spiritual world, it is possible for the living entity to come in association with the devotee of Goloka Vrindavana and develop desire for Goloka Vrindavana. Desire is the one drives the living entity. If the desire is not there, the living entity doesn't move. So we all have desire to go back to Krishna. We all have desire to become servant of the servant of the servant of Krishna of Goloka Vrindavana. So rare it is. It is not that it is anybody who reads Vedas will get this knowledge. Pantast Kotishat Satsara Sampragamyo. People may do tapasva koti janmas, but they may not know about Krishna. They need not know about Krishna. General God consciousness, yes, you read the Vedas, you get God consciousness. But the desire to associate with Krishna, with Narayana is rare. Even rarer is to desire to associate with Krishna in Goloka Vrindavan. And that all depends on, as I said, you cannot just desire like that unless you believe. You won't believe unless you hear from a person who has seen it or who is living that. Therefore it is said that without the mercy of a devotee of Krishna, one cannot get devotional service. So we are all got the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, therefore we are after devotional service to Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna. And not only he has pure devotees instill the desire for going back to Goloka Vrindavana in us. He also has given us the path, vidhi, how to go back to Godhead, what all we should do. That is how we become disciples of Srila Prabhupada. Why do you become disciples? Because at the end of that discipline, there is a gift. And that gift is love of Godhead. That gift is the Hare Krishna Mahamantra that Srila Prabhupada has given us. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has brought down into this material world, and through our parampara, it is reaching generation after generation. And Srila Prabhupada, the most powerful Hare Krishna Mahamantra, has the Prema Nama, has come in the parampara of Krishna Prema, starting with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And if we are able to worship the Nama, Hare Krishna Mahamantra, in the right manner, Vidhi-purvaka japa or Vidhi-purvaka sankirtana, then just like Dhruva Maharaj is praying Kuvera, that please give me the benediction that that your remembrance is always there. Devotee should have only this prayer to the Harinama. May I always remember Kirtaniya Sada Hari. How can I come to the stage of Kirtaniya Sada Hari? And that is the prayer that the devotee has got. Kirtaniya Sada Hari. Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Thakur said, Brahat Mridanga is a book distribution, knowledge, and all things which are supporting that, they are all part of Sankirtana. Kirtaniya Sada Hari. We are all engaged in Kirtaniya Sada Hari. Even if you are cleaning the floor, because the goal of this organization is to spread the holy name of the Lord. So whether we do the cleaning of the floor, whether we are cooking or whether we are doing deity worship, or whether we are going out and collecting Lakshmi for the seva, or whether we are doing management, anything that we do, the goal of the entire organization is Kirtaniya Sadahari, is to glorify the name, to distribute the name. Each one of us, why we are in this institution? Because of the receiving the holy name. And that holy name is transformed us. The holy name has brought us here. Holy name has gifted us devotional service. That is why appropriately, rightly, Prabhupada always calls this as a Hare Krishna movement. Every movement in this organization is because of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. That is one way of seeing Hare Krishna movement. Every movement in this is because of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Nama Prabhu. So, following in the footsteps of Dhruva Maharaj, our prayer to the holy name, our prayer to Prabhupada, let me always be engaged in glorifying you, Kirtaniya Sadahari. Let me not engage even and dilute my chitta in sense gratification, anything separated from you. Any enjoyment, anything separated from you is giving space for Maya to stop your Kirtana. Kirtaniya Sadahari. That means continuously we should be engaged in the service of the Lord. So that blessing we should seek. So if anybody asks what blessing you need, you should, I want the blessings of devotion service to Srila Prabhupada, my spiritual master, who is 24 hours engaged in this transcendental loving service of the transcendental supreme personality of Godhead and supreme personality of the supreme servant Radharani, the transcendental couple Radha and Krishna. Srila Prabhupada is eternally serving, and my desire is to serve Srila Prabhupada. I want eternal service, unbreakable service. I want to merge into the service, devotional service. I don't want to merge into Maya Seva. I want Krishna Seva. The very chanting itself is what? Please engage me in the service of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This is our prayer. Our prayer, our parampara's prayer, or the destination, or the ultimate goal that is taught by our parampara. And one should consider Bhagyavan. So many Vaishnavas, they don't even know the position of Krishna. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu selectively gives. So we are lucky to get the highest. Mameti Tattvataha. Krishna Tattva is not easy to understand. That's why Brahma also did not know. He thought, who is this boy? Brahma did not know Krishna Tattva. They know Vishnu Tattva. Vishnu is everybody knows. Everybody knows Vishnu is the Supreme Personality, is a maintainer. There is Vaikuntha Loka, very common knowledge. Common knowledge means among the knowers of Shastra. Now, Krishna is so rare because once in a day of Brahma he comes. And then that period is so long. As far as people on this earth and the heavenly planets are concerned also, they all don't know. Indra also came. He did not know Krishna. Brahma did not know. What does it show? It shows the rarity of this opportunity. It's a truth. It's an exclusive place. Goloka Vrindavan. Vaikuntha Loka, the millions of Vaikuntha Lokas are there. But there is only one Goloka planet. Lakshmi Sahasresh. That is why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu glorified Brahma Samhita. Oh, here the most confidential truths are given in this Brahma Samhita. Because Brahma, when Krishna appeared, Brahma had that realization, no? After that incident, Brahma Vivovana Leela, Brahma understood this is He is Supreme Personality Godhead. He expanded into so many Narayanas, everything. So therefore he's come Advaitam Achyutam Anadim Anantarupam. His realization. He saw the entire pastimes of Vrindavan. So Goloka Vrindavan is describing how rare it is. All those things. So there is no Kono Bhagyavan. There is no order like that. You could have come to Krishna, or you could have come. No, there is no. You are just lucky. We are just lucky. Now don't spoil that luck. Go back to Krishna. Hold on to the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada. The rarity of the rarity. These are all revealed by Krishna himself in the Bhagavad Gita, in this verse, Manishanam Sahasreshu. Vedasya Surair Aham Eva Vedya. Somebody would know all the Vedas but not Krishna. That is the purpose of Vedas. So 5,000 years back, Krishna appeared and left behind so much the rarest of the knowledge. People think that Krishna left behind knowledge of body and soul. Arey, wo to sab ordinary hai. You don't need Krishna for that. He left behind the truth that I am the Supreme Personality of Godhead. I have my own Paramdhama. My devotees are very dear to me. Come back to me. Sarva dharman parityaja mamekam sharanam ja. These are the true messages of Bhagavad Gita. Not culling out some Sankhya knowledge out of it. Even though he is giving that. Worship me, come to me. So our desire is very important. And desire depends on association. If you don't know something, you cannot desire. So we are eternally grateful to Srila Prabhupada to tell us there is these are possibilities of desiring. If you desire, there is it makes a change in you. If you don't desire it, you desire something else. You cannot keep quiet. You will be desiring. The living entity is continuously moving life. How life is moving according to our desire. Life is moving. Therefore, we have to choose good association so that we get high-class desires. Fine desires. Association brings desires. Association with Prabhupada's lectures brings desire for pure devotional service. He doesn't talk anything else other than that. So by associating with him, you say, yes, I want pure devotional service. I want freedom from sense gratification. I don't want mukti. I want devotional service. The whole existence belongs to him. I can do devotion service in the material world or heavenly planets or hellish planets. Wherever my spiritual master assigns me. If the spiritual master assigns me to go to hellish planet, then you don't have to worry about suffering, because spiritual master is the protector behind all the service that he gives. You should understand that. Just like yesterday we discussed that if somebody said you will give you money, we desire money for Krishna. We all desire Lakshmi for Krishna. But behind that there is one important thing that devotees should remember. Along with desiring for Lakshmi for Krishna, one should pray to spiritual master also to give the power to spend that Lakshmi without hurting oneself. without again turning into Maya in my hands. So, Yukta Vairagya, we can desire. But coupled with that, there should be always seeking protection from the spiritual masters, seeking protection from Krishna. Engage me in Yukta Vairagya to the extent to which I don't hurt myself in my love for you, but enhance my love for you. So at different stages, different devotees are capable of handling this Yukta Vairagya. Everybody cannot. That we discussed yesterday. Any questions?
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Prabhu, if desire is there, this strong desire is there, then our effort will be, or every effort will be, there is no, it is effortless action. Although there may be hindrances from outside, but he will not struggle through mind. Just like Dhruv Maharaj is not struggling, he is giving so many opportunities, but he is very fixed in his mind. Nishtha is there because desire is very strong. And this desire is, we also develop desire because of association. We have a kind of association we are having, we will develop that desire. So, the point is like, everybody has to go through this exam. Like he has to exercise his free will. He will be given so many allurements. If a person leaves the world, so he will go through, and all the pathway, all the attractions will be shown to him, and he has to choose whether I should take it or not. That
which attraction I should take?
Yes.
Spiritual world, material world is all full of allurements.
Yeah, allurements, right.
Krishna is also an allurement.
Yes.
All attractive. Narayana is all attractive. Sense gratification is attractive. Allurement. So one is the material Maya allurement, the other one is attraction. The attraction is principle of life. So now it is for me to choose what attraction, what I want to be attracted by. Continue.
So as a sadhaka, or desires is fluctuating, sometimes fluctuating, or desires are fluctuating. Although we are in good association of lecture, hearing, reading, doing services, and the moment we associate with the wrong object, it shows that where do we stand, or desire or nishtha is where it is standing. So the point is, like Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur says, that sometimes Lord Gaurasundara puts his devotees into trails and troubles, and the success depends on his good fortune. It's like we are lucky that we are in this pool of Hare Krishna movement. But we all have to go through these trails and troubles, and the success depends on his good fortune. What does it mean? Just like Chota Haridas Thakur was in the association of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he got contaminated, and he was failed.
See, nothing is automatic in this existence. Nothing is automatic. Everything depends upon our decision making. Influence is there. You cannot say some influence is a cause of something. The cause of final thing is I got influenced. I got influenced. So influence is there, I am also there. So that is what I said. The absoluteness of our free will is, we have to realize that. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu held him responsible, Chota Haridas. You are in my association. You got the highest influence. So everything is not influence and your decision. So much influence Krishna consciousness is having upon us. Now still the other side, momentarily Maya, Krishna consciousness, permanent influence. Momentary Maya dances before us. Influence is there. But you have to decide whom to be influenced by. Whether I want to be influenced by the internal energy or external energy. So, two things are there. Influence is also very important. My free will is also important. Good fortune comes in good influence. That's good fortune. And that good fortune is given by God. Daivam, good fortune, is always sanction of the Lord. So you desire good association, you will get. Lord should get sanction. But after getting that good association, your free will is, you want to go to bad association, you can again go. So that free will is so important that, using in another language, that we have great responsibility to ourselves. Where I am, what I am, is I myself have the biggest contributor to that. All others are support. Internal energy, external energy will support. You want to be a devotee, internal energy will support. But you have to be a devotee. Not that internal devotee makes you a devotee. We are using our free will, we are fish out of the water. Water is a comfortable place for me. But I got excited and jumped out of the water. And after coming here, now I am seeing there is no air, there is no oxygen, all these things. Now again you have to make your decision. To go back to him. So both should be taken. Don't think about influence. You should learn how to take good association. Krishna will give you association. Krishna has given Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Shreyava, Kairava, Chandrika, Vidarana. All good fortune is there in this Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Now your free will. Different people draw the good fortune from the Harinam differently. How to draw that kripa? That is soulful japa. How we can? The ocean of Satchidananda is before me. Now how to receive that influence? The source of influence is there before me. How to receive that? Krishna's name is the source of that influence. But how do I receive that? Guru gives the secret. How to receive that? Somebody may chant 50 years, somebody may chant 5 days. It will be different. Nama is same. Through parampara, Guru gives Nama to all disciples. Nama is same. Someone uses his free will to learn how to get influenced by the Nama. That means how to chant without the 10 offenses. If you put effort, if you use your free will and put effort, you will progress. If you don't put effort, automatically धक्का मार के किधर भी पहुंचेगा नहीं. Association is important. That's why sometimes devotee, Prabhu, no association. No. You are not desiring proper, that's why you are not getting. You exercise your free will. Your free will is important. You cannot be pushed back to Godhead. No. You have to run back to Godhead. With your own feet, with your own wings, you have to fly. All assistance will be given by Krishna, association, devotees, Guru, everybody. Prabhupada says that no, ultimately you have to fly with your wings back to Godhead. What does it mean? इतना important है हमारा our decision. मेरा फ्यूचर के लिए मैं कितना इंपॉर्टेंट हूं. कृपा बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, मैं भी इंपॉर्टेंट हूं. Any other question? Grandaraj, here one question. Lakshmi.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Prabhu, if faith is exercised by the living entity, I can invest faith in anything. So that is a part of the absoluteness of the living entity's free will.
Yes.
But here Dhruva Maharaj is praying for a faith, Prabhu. So how do we understand? Faith is bestowed or faith is invested from the soul?
Now, where is it?
The translation it is at.
He asks his boon, beg that he might have unflinching faith in and remembrance of the Supreme Personality. Now, faith. So, what is your question?
So, if faith can be invested by the soul in anything, it's a part of the absoluteness of the free will of the soul to invest faith in anything. So, if it is coming from the soul, why is Dhruva Maharaj praying from the Lord?
No, he faith is okay, but he wants unflinching. Faith is in my hand. Unflinching is the combination of the person. You have faith in Krishna, right? I can struggle to have faith in Krishna. To make it unflinching, Krishna has to also decide. So it's not one way alone. Everything is two way. That's exactly what we discussed. His influence should also be there, mine also should be there. So you desire unflinching faith, and then he will give unflinching faith. And you put unflinching faith. God helps those who help themselves. This is to be understood in spiritual life. That the sense of self-responsibility. You are responsible for everything that happens in your life. You are one of the factors, responsible factors. Kripa is there, everything is there. But you are one of the important factors. Krishna doesn't differentiate. Some become devotees, some doesn't become devotees, some go to hell, some go to heaven, some go to Vaikuntha, some go to No. You are responsible. In association, if you have to get good association, there also, you have a role to play. You have desired. Otherwise, you won't get good association. Somewhere fortunately, we have taken some decision, whether it is an instant decision or many life decision, therefore we met Srila Prabhupada. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय.